Welcome to Reviewed Gaming, where we introduce you to some of the best and latest games and offer our honest opinions on new and classics. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to keep up to date with our latest videos, and without further ado, I'm the Celtic Punk, and this is The Messenger. The Messenger is an old school action platformer developed by Sabotage Studio and published by Devolver Digital. You play as the titular messenger, the surviving member of a clan of ninjas charged with waiting for the arrival of the warrior from the west, who will deliver a scroll which legend says holds the key to defeating a demon army that has ravaged the world. When the Demon King returns after a quick save by the Western warrior, you receive the scroll and title of Messenger, and begin your journey to deliver the scroll from one side of your island to the three sages on the mountaintop eastern side. Your quest will take you from lush forests, through undead-infested underground mines and caves, to climbing frozen mountaintops, and eventually through time itself. In typical side-scroller fashion, this means a lot of running, jumping, and defeating enemies through a number of colourful environments, with the occasional boss here and there to impede your progress. One of your key skills that you'll need to master throughout your journey is the Cloud Step. This is performed when you strike an object in mid-air and gain an extra jump. This can be used to cross larger gaps, dodge enemy attacks, or chain together to speed past obstacles and gracefully leap through areas unhindered. While you will add more skills to your arsenal, the air step is one of the most fundamental and is key for making progress throughout your journey. You'll often come across glowing portal doors that will take you to the shopkeeper, your main source for upgrades, equipment and abilities to help you survive and give you an edge in combat. It's with these interactions that you'll find the writing has a much more light-hearted tone than the game's plot would have you initially think. There's plenty of jokes, fourth wall breaks, and self-referential humour poking fun at itself and the tropes that it pulls inspiration from. As you progress through the story, more of the world will open up and the gameplay style shifts from a side-scroller to something more akin to a Metroidvania. You have to revisit past areas with not only your new upgrades, but also the ability to time travel, changing the level layout and the paths you have to explore, but it also changes the style of the game's graphics between an 8-bit and a 16-bit aesthetic. The soundtrack switches between 8-bit MIDI tones to 16-bit synth seamlessly as you hop through time portals, all the while racing through each locale. The soundtrack itself is outstanding, composed by Rainbow Dragon Eyes. If you have a soft spot for music from that era of gaming, or just enjoy the genre, each catchy track will be easily stuck in your head for weeks. In terms of mechanics, despite being a throwback to older series, like Ninja Gaiden, there are a few updates that are a welcome change. There is no life system. When you die, a floating demon called Quavel is there to pull you back from the brink. When this does happen, not only does he mock you with a situational insult, or remind you of how many times you've met an unfortunate end, but he follows you around for a while and claims your currency for a set amount of time, or until a certain amount is reached. This can be an issue in the early game, as you'll need that money for essential upgrades, but as you progress you'll eventually clear out the shop and money becomes a bit of an afterthought. The time travel elements become a fully integrated part of exploration. Locations drastically change between time periods, with some paths requiring some puzzle solving or lightning fast reflexes in order to open the way to a hidden collectible, a shortcut, or the path to your next destination. If you're a fan of action platformers, 2D adventures, or games with a retro aesthetic, or a combination of something in between, The Messenger is definitely one to check out. Between the awesome soundtrack, tight controls, solid gameplay and superb graphical style, I can't recommend this game enough. With an average length of somewhere between 12 to 15 hours to complete the main game, and with a DLC expansion available, it's an excellent pickup for experienced players who need to scratch that platformer itch, or a newcomer who wants to try their hand at a modernised classic. The game is available on all platforms including PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch and PC. But that's all from me. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe and check out our other content. Press the bell icon if you want to be notified about our new releases, and I'll see you next time.